All right, there I am, and there you are. Had to reload everything. Just sitting there giving me the spinning wheel of death. So here we are. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Well, I'm out of focus. Focus. I'm using the force. Well, it'll come back in a minute. Come on, focus. There I am. Oh, the joys of doing podcasts. How's everybody doing this morning? All right, before I get obliterated in the comments about wasting people's time, let's dive into the recap. All right, so I did a video, and for whatever reason, it's taking forever to upload. So the news yesterday from Twitter, it was like crazy exciting, but it was a lot of regurgitation. So the people that follow were reposting things and all that. So it was all day long yesterday. Exciting stuff, factual articles from Iraq, from the CBI. The main thing that they kept driving home yesterday is that the deleting the zeros project is still fresh in the news. And why is this important? Because it is the first step in revealing the new rate. So when they finally reveal the rate, it'll start with, here's what the rate looks like without the zeros, and then are they going to go right to reinstating the old rate 322? Are they going to reinstate with adjustment, or are they going to go straight to the rear? I think, my personal opinion, they're going to come out of the gate swinging, and they'll go straight to the rear. So that was the biggest news. Sadani again reiterating that 2024 is going to be the year of achievements. So what would be the greatest achievement? The rate change. And here's a quote from Goldilocks. And if you don't know who Goldilocks is, they were a part of the Seas of Wisdom team on Telegram and wherever else. But they only deal in like banking and crypto. So this is a quote from Goldilocks that the imminent uptick in the crypto space is about to commence. Yes, a ripple effect is about to take place in the markets. Enjoy the first RV in crypto. So I'm not a crypto expert, so you just have to take that and run with it. And then the last one I want to go over before you start in chat. This is from Crypto Traveler on Twitter. They posted an article that says U.S. Treasury backs Iraqi economic reform and banking sector. And then it goes on to say the U.S. Treasury Deputy Secretary, and he has some weird name I'm not going to try to say, praises Iraq's economic progress and banking reforms achieved in record time, and highlighting the 6% economic growth in the last couple of years. And then he, the UST Deputy Secretary, expressed readiness for cooperation and partnership to advance the economic development in Iraq. So there's your news. That's a mouthful. So back to you guys. Good morning, Deli Sandwich, Ronald, Velma, Christy, Red Hawk, Cookie, Spring Roll, it's Jeannie, Brian, Patricia, Ronald, and Eric. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Let me know where you're from and all that good stuff. What's your weather doing? Subs, good morning from Indonesia. How you doing? Is everybody excited about where we're at? let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm like, most people say I can hear me okay, and then I still get the ones that say I'm an echo and I'm far away. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Maryland, 65. Burn. Okay. Yeah, I did a video. It's uploading right now. For whatever reason, it's like dial-up speed today. But I boosted the volume, so it may be crazy loud, but I'm trying to find a happy medium for everybody. New Jersey, we need better news. Well, it's pretty exciting. I mean, it's if you take the sudden death announcement that we all want, here's your rate, and you look, take a few steps back and you look at everything that's going on, and it's only Tuesday. Um, it's shaping up to be pretty good week. Spring roll confused, trying to figure out if there's more. Oh yeah, you have time to buy currency. I think you could probably pop this chat out, move it over here so I can see you guys better. Yeah, you could buy currency up to the rate change announcement, because, and especially if you buy it from a currency exchange center like Exchange of America, when you buy it, so let's say you buy a million today and they announce the rate tomorrow, you already purchased that that dinar at the locked in rate. So if you buy a million dinars, I think it's like 1,050, and then you get a receipt for that, print off your receipt. They can't come back at you and say, okay, well now you owe us millions of dollars. It's, you bought it. It's like crypto, but in dial-up mode. So you purchase your currency at the rate at the time. They put that order together, so it's a done deal as far, but short of packaging it and mailing it to you. I hope that makes sense. But yes, you can buy currency up to the time they flip the rate. Because again, if you go to a reputable place like Currency Exchange Center, like Exchange of America or Banknote World or whatever, I'm not affiliated with any of them, so it doesn't matter to me. But a legitimate currency exchange center will give you the rate at the time, and then once you lock it in, make your purchase, do the deal, then you will receive your $1 million sub dinar at the rate of 1,050. Does that make sense? Delaware Uranium 64. Good morning, Julie. New Jersey, I'm still holding out for September. I know we're down to the wire, and it seems to be the roller coaster ride that we call Dinar Land. But with everything I'm seeing, and then with, I heard from Frank earlier in the month at the beginning of September that the new cards were supposed to be active by tomorrow with the new rate. And then if you go back to another story Frank had with his CBI contacts, walking stick, and then the guy who's over the bank in Michigan, CBI president of the Dearborn, Michigan, I think it is, bank. That person said by October, which means the end of September, the way Iraqi speak goes. So yeah, I'm still excited for this month. Let's see. This needs to go. Turn 63 on Sunday. Well, happy birthday. Yeah, a lot of people need to retire. Yeah, we're definitely, my wife and I we're definitely in a thing with my mother-in-law's health condition. We would like to be able to pull the plug on everything and just go spend her last days together as a family. So definitely needing this sooner than later. Sadani, I haven't heard anything official, but he was. It seems like he has some things to do in with the UN again today, and then he'll probably jet out at the end of the business day today. Good morning, Mac. All right, guys, give me some questions. Let's give me something to talk about since I just did the news. I am subscribed to Frank. Just I and I don't want to disrespect Frank because he's the OG. Hang on, sorry, I lost my chat box. Where are you at? There you go. But Frank's Frank, and Frank's going to be Frank all day long. So usually what I do, my kind of formula with Frank is I'll jump right to the middle. Like, I don't watch them live because I just can't, my brain cannot handle that. So I'll watch him once. As soon as he's done, then I'll jump right to the middle, and that's usually where he's talking with Eddie. And then I'll jump to the end and catch the recap. But yeah, it's about as much Frank as I can take. And I love the guy. You got to give him props for being in this for so long. He's the OG, but he's a strong cup of tea for sure. Captain, I believe Mark said something along those lines, but Mark says a lot of things a lot of times. Yeah, I love Mark, but you got to definitely take it with a grain of salt. So I think what you're referring to is HCL money. So the last part of last week, I think it was reportedly the Kurdistan region had a deficit on the HCL surplus, and like to the tunes of millions of dinar. And then all of a sudden they came up with some $1 billion number and deposited that into their federal banks. So I don't think they would do that if there wasn't a rate change getting ready to happen. And we also have to go back to this Million Man March that was supposed to take place tomorrow, led by Sadr, who is the people's voice. Sadr and Sudani sit down and had a powwow, and then all of a sudden he came out and said, "Hey guys, everything's cool. We're going to cancel this demonstration." Basically, I think everything's going to be good by the 25th. So that's kind of what's got me, excited about about tomorrow. Burn if Nasara gets distributed now. Well, okay, so Nasara. If Nasara happens, there's going to be a regime change in our government. So it will not be under the Biden-Harris watch, to answer your question. And there's there's so much to unpack with Nasara, but in a nutshell, no, it won't be under the Biden-Harris. Patricia, once we exchange, will our money be in USD or in USD? So here's my thought on the process. So if Iraq goes first, let's say we wake up tomorrow and here's Iraq's new rate. Let's just say $4 for argument's sake. I believe that will kick off the rest of the RV if they go first. We could wake up tomorrow and it's shotgun. Sorry, everything goes. There's a lot to happen with that statement because it's got to be so much happen. The regime change, the probably 2020 overturned. Donald reinstated. He turns over the government to Nasara, to the military. Nasara happens. Everything goes gold backed. If there's a gap, so let's say tomorrow Iraq goes, but the rest of the RV and Nasara doesn't happen just yet, then yes, you're going to be in fiat. But here's the caveat to that. You have ISO 222 in place. Basel 3. Basel 3 is Basel 3. I don't put a whole lot of thought into that. But I believe ISO 222 is the framework for QFS. So I think that because we can see it in Iraq that they are retroactively finding money that these people have stolen from years ago, and it's because everything's becoming digitized. So I would think that would give us a certain amount of safety net for our money that we do trade, exchange, that it will be somewhat protected. Again, you may only want to exchange enough to change your situation. And, if you have 10 million dinar, what does 1 million at an exchange rate look like? Pretty much that's going to really radically change your life. And you can sell on the rest and wait for everything else to shake out. But we'll just have to tread lightly if it's Iraq first and the RV later. Yeah, Militiaman, I think our brains kind of work the same, so I can watch him. But there's no roller coaster with him. It's just straight monotone. But yeah, like I said, I like the guy. I can listen to him and usually get nuggets from him. Sonic Boom, I'm not sure what you mean by opening the chat. I don't follow Pimpy. I don't know who that is. Captain. Yeah, I agree, Captain. You can definitely see it happen by Thursday. Brian, I get what you're saying. Spring roll, someone in my chat received a letter saying as of November 1st, you will receive 3 times the amount. I believe that that's awesome, but I believe that change in Social Security has been in the works for a little bit. Subs Herbal was reported to open up the pipeline already. Is it safe to assume the HCL? I believe the HCL is done. And I think tomorrow we should probably find out for sure if it is. Jay believes in a shotgun start. I don't disbelieve in it. I'm just open to all possibilities. It's going to have to be one heck of a shotgun because there's got to be a lot to go on. Matt, yeah, I me personally, only in my opinion, I believe September is the month for Iraq and the dinar. I've had this suspicion for a long time that Iraq was going to go, and it may be moments. It could be a day, it could be a week, but I think they're going to kick off everything else. You have to remember this whole RV thing was built on, excuse me, the um, the Iraq reevaluation process, whatever you want to call that. Um, and the pilot program for that was what happened in Kuwait. So it would make sense to me that Iraq would kick it all off. Don't know who Mel is. I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is. Hey, let's go. October 1st. Bolivar, I've heard everything from 17 cents to 23 cents to 1 to 1. Um, I think if you got any of those, it's a win, um, especially for how cheap you purchased it. So anything over what you spent on it is a bonus. But it's definitely the wild card in all of this, because they're one of the heaviest asset-backed nations as far as like oil and things like that. So it definitely is going to have backing with their assets. What other questions you guys got? I'm only going to keep you on here for another 10 minutes or so because I just want to respect everybody's time. Oh, thank God for coffee. All right, see if I missed anybody. Thank you, Burn. Subs, have you ever tried Luwak coffee? No, I don't think I've heard of that. Is that Indonesia coffee? Well, Brian, I don't disagree with you. The last time that I had a list of the 209 first basket currencies in front of me, I believe it was in there. Um, if everything we've heard about Nasara and the global currency reset and all that's true, and you have to go back to your uh, country of origin in order to partake dyslexia, then I think that is going to calm a lot of unrest. So if I was abroad, if I was illegally invading another country, and then I heard that if I go back to my own home country, that I'm going to get, a ton of money and benefits and, all that, obviously you would want to go back to your originating country. So let's pray that that's true. I've not tried Indonesian coffee. Sounds interesting. QFS will start officially when Nasara starts officially. I think ISO 222 is the framework for QFS, so it's already in place. I think it would have to be in order to handle the sudden influx of all the banking reforms, the switching to XRP and all that. So I think it's already there and running. It just hasn't been announced. Captain, the delete to zero articles are coming in. Yeah, it's hot and heavy news. Burn, chase all day long. Christy, I like how you think. Yeah, Cap's got some good points there. Matt, I expect the eBay currency. Yes, is the second that there's a rumor of the official rate, all these eBay sites and all that, they're going to go. And why wouldn't they? I mean, if I have an eBay store and I'm selling currency either as a part of the Iraqi government, number one, they would shut me down. But if I'm holding a stockpile of dinar and I'm selling it for $1,000 for $1 million or whatever, then I'm going to cancel any order that I can and be like, sorry, I'm out of business. How do you solve a problem like me? I don't. It's kind of like Pong. I think there's things that have to be achieved, and I think for sake of stalling, UST is blaming Iraq, blaming UST. It's just kind of a Pong game back and forth. Yeah, Costa Rica coffee is good. I've tried that. Brian, I agree. Yes, we do need confirmation ACL is done. I probably would say that that's going to be announced with the rate, because HCL will be paid out at the new rate. So if we do get confirmation of one, it's probably confirmation of the other. So there's so on Twitter, Majid, Majeed, and I'm drawing a blank on the other guy. There's Crypto Trader. These are the guys I'm watching because they're got their finger on the pulse of it. Okay, Julia, I've heard that Frank has got that, but I've not seen the video or I think that was inside his forum. But you just have to take all that with a grain of salt until it's like here's a press release from CBI saying that HCL's done. It's all speculation. And no disrespect, I'm not disrespecting Frank or anybody, but until it's officially from an Iraqi source, then to me it's not real. It's great, it's great. It's great news. It's great rumors, but we need to see official documentation. Again, mad props to Frank. He's been in this for so long and got so many people involved in it. So no disrespect at all. But with that, there's so many clowns in this world too. If you think I'm a clown, that's your God bless. But there's so many, Wolverine and Bruce, Groundhog Day Bruce, and it's so many others, and it's just like, excuse me. Like I said, I put Mark and Frank in the same boat. I love them. They've been in this for so long, and they've brought so many to the table. But you just have to take them with a lump of salt. Mac, I agree. A lot of people, it's down to the wire to a lot of people. I mean, the discussion with my wife last night, for those that you don't know, she has stage 4 cancer and is more than likely in her last days or weeks. And And we wanted so badly for this thing to go, to let her know that the family was taken care of and she didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. And it's like that part of me gets very angry after the delays. But at the same time, it's out of our control. No one, the small group of people who are making those decisions don't take us in regard. They don't care. So it is what it is. We just have to do the best with what we have. Chrissy, I agree. Burn, I think we just covered Bruce. Groundhog Day, Bruce. The first time, 2-3 years ago, I was listening to Bruce, and he was like, I have it on good faith and authority that Iraq RV'd in country yesterday. And then, Thursday or whatever, he comes on twice a week, and the very next time he was on, it was like, my information was wrong, but this time it's right. I was like, done. Yeah, Nick, yeah. Yeah. Tired of dates and rates and all that. The rate rumor mill was in full effect yesterday. There's like official numbers out there of how many trillions of dinar they hold, and this percentage is going to this, and people were trying to figure out the rate, like everything from $20 to $11 to $8, and it's like, delete the zeros and give me 76 cents. I'd be happy. I'll take it right now. I'd be in the car on the way to bank right now. So I don't care about rates. Just something go. I'm diversified enough to where if one of them goes and kicks off the rest of the RV, sign me up. Sorry, I keep going out of focus. I keep threatening to spend the money on a new camera, but then I get the evil eye from my wife. She's like, are you on Amazon again? She works for Amazon, so. But I'm going to have to do something because this is driving me insane. All right, guys, it is 6:33, so we're going to wrap up. I appreciate you guys' time. In God we trust. You never know. I think we're very close. I think we've gone from any day now, any week now, to I think we're sitting on the edge of our seats at any moment now. So hello, Michael. I'm sorry, I do not know who these people are you guys keep putting out there. Nick, I hope I'm saying Nico Lucky. I'm holding out hope that all this stuff eliminates the need for election in November. But that's just my deep conspiracy rabbit hole. Okay. All right, guys. Half hour is about my limit here because I don't want to keep you guys on here. And Andrew, I agree. It's happening soon, buddy. All right. We're going to wrap it up. You guys have a great day. And I got to find the button. And anything breaks, I'll jump on and do a quick update. But as for that, we'll talk to you guys later. See you. Have a great day.